this was the most expensive purchase. I'm a little bit more optimistic about these. I hate these types of goggles, maybe cause some irritation or some redness there. I love when there's two straps or the strap splits into two in the back. But I definitely that nose part is hit that hard nose. Horrible quality. Horrible quality. Hi guys, Sam, master instructor and owner of Legacy Tide here. I thought today it might be fun to bring you along a little bit. I go to Target, Walgreens, CVS, lots of stores as the summer winds down to look for swim gear on sale so that we can get it at a discount and use it as we teach. And while I was doing that this year, I found a bunch of goggles. Now, normally this would not be the place that I would get goggles, but I thought, let's get them. Let's do a live unboxing of them. So the brand is Bring On the Sun. I'd never seen this before. It was at Walgreens. So, and all of these were like under $1 because it was marked down. I don't know their normal price. So this is a 2-pack of youth swim goggles. It says polycarbonate lens with UV protection, latex free, soft eye cup, silicone head strap. So my biggest worry for these is that this part that goes around the eye is going to be really not very flexible. So we'll see when we open those. I have a pair of adult silicone goggles with case. So just from the fact that there's a case, and I think this was the most expensive purchase, I'm a little bit more optimistic about these. And then we have a youth swim mask. I hate these types of goggles unless we're going scuba diving. So I'm trying to go in with an open mind for these, but I'm already not super excited about them. So we'll start with the youth pairs because this one is easiest to open. So let's see. I love blue though, so I love that they have a blue option in here. Those type of wrappers are always really satisfying. All right, so I'm gonna check these out. It's kind of a weird lens shape. Like the lens is a little bit big for a kid's goggle. You can see like these other pairs of kids. Oh, I don't have any handy here. But that's not the end of the world. This does indeed, the eye kind of cage does feel pretty inflexible. It feels like a pair you might find at the dollar store. So that's not quite surprising. And because it's a little bit hard, I would bet that this would kind of be uncomfortable in the nose section. It would maybe cause some irritation or some redness there. These types of buckles, they're fine, but they just don't look super high quality, and we don't have any like ridges where we can actually make sure that this adjustment holds. So yeah, look, these silicone pieces are like stuck together from the factory. So let's see how easy it is to adjust it. So when we adjust it, we have to, we have can't redo it. We have these two buckles here, and we have to take this out of this one and then out of this one. So let's see there, down. Also not good at these, like the silicone is stuck together from the factory. So I can't do it because I have not good motor skills, but also once it stretches out to the, diameter of a head, it's like not going to stretch back. The reason we use kind of silicone or those elastic things is that we want to be able to stretch it out to put it on, and then it relaxes a little bit and sits on our head. And these pairs just do not feel like that would do that at all. Do I need to try the goggles on? I think for the measure of the video, I think I should try them on. Yeah, it's definitely the most flattering image that you can imagine of me. Oops, I just made them tighter. We don't want that. Wearing swimming goggles. All right. Wear all the time. There's no way that I could very easily take this all the way off. So that is another -1 for these goggles. Let's go ahead and move on to some of the other goggles and see if they're faring a little bit better. I can't go to the ones I already know that I'm gonna hate. Let's do the adult goggles here. Okay. Honestly, these are better. These are way better than these ones here because it pretty much feels like this flexibility is not much different than this lens part. And we ideally want like obviously a pretty tough, sturdy lens, but a flexible part that goes on our face. So these are already going better. The fact that I can put them over my head, also better. I love when there's two straps and or the strap splits into two in the back because it means that it's going to be a better fit on our heads. These are the pairs of goggles that I wear all the time. And we see that there's a split of the strap so I can this is even more, flexibility in uh how I split it on my head because the straps are so far apart. But these are really similar in the lens. Well, not as similar, but more similar than these pair to the kind of goggles that I really like and really endorse. Um, the thing here that's going to be a real bummer is probably this nose piece. These nose pieces are meant to, well, this one isn't even meant to be adjusted. Usually there's another notch or two. You can make it smaller or bigger, but it doesn't look like you can with these ones. But this being so hard and rigid, if you have a big nose too and that hits it, it's going to be really uncomfortable. Let's see how they fit. Okay, not the worst, but I definitely that nose part is hit that hard nose piece is hitting my nose, and it's I haven't even suctioned these on. That's really uncomfortable. Just the fact that it's like touching my nose and not even suctioned on. Um, but also the eye pieces are a little bit big for my eyes, which that could be that just these goggles are not meant for me. Like there's other, each person has kind of different goggles that would be best for them. I love these small ones where it fits right into the socket of my eye. It feels like also because it's so wide out here, this part would have a hard time suctioning to my face, and so I feel like water would come in right here, even if this part inside was suctioned pretty close to my face. I do love that it's not just an automatic adjustment. You have to push this button to be able to loosen it and tighten it. Now, I do believe that a button like that would probably wear out. So, don't know how much I love that, but these are definitely way better than these. Maybe it's because adults would be, I don't want to say a little bit more willing to invest if these were also the same price as those other ones, but this pair came in a 2-pack, and this pair came in a 1-pack and a plastic case. So, uh, maybe that is behind the difference. All right, next up our youth swim mask. My favorite. Horrible quality. Horrible quality. Like, even if you can tighten this enough that it's going to, like, suction to your face from uh purely because this is so tight, I don't think like, this does not feel like it would stay suctioned, especially this part by the nose. That's really flimsy, and so, that's the part where you really don't wanna get water in your nose. I do love that they have this button here to be able to release it and launch it. Um, Release it and make it bigger and make it smaller. The functionality of this button is a little bit harder than the other one. So maybe that means it would be less likely to wear out. I do love that we have the ridges here. We have ridges to help lock that in so it's not getting bigger or smaller. Like what we see with some of these kind is that even when you tighten them, it gets loose on its own because the material is just not good quality. We don't have something like this. I love that there are these extra like pull tabs to help us tighten it easier, especially if someone's wearing it. But it feels like really cheaply made. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but there's like bubbles in the glue in the nose piece in here, up there. And there's like a bunch of lines here. It's like they didn't put it's actually already scratched up a little bit. But it's also like they didn't lay down this glass plastic um properly with this mask part. Um don't love them, but we knew that I wasn't going to love them probably. I do love that there's a 2 strap here, helps fit better on the head, which you would definitely need if you tried to wear these goggles with a single strap. you would have even more leakage here. Yeah, even the silicone is, like, rough right here. Um, so I don't don't love that for the inside of someone's face, but, it was worth the $3 to buy some and test it out and see my opinion on them. My opinion is that I would not recommend the Bring on the Sun brand, but perhaps if you go, you can find some other swim gear at a discount that are not goggles. So, thanks for unboxing these with me. Thanks for diving into the adventure and learning more about the world of goggles. See ya.